Hi and welcome, it's Ruth here, and it's another Stamping Sunday blog hop. So I'm going to be focusing on nature's prints and some accompanying dies that goes with it. Now, if you're wondering if you've not seen this stamp set before and the dies, that's because this is going to be available from the beginning of May for you to order. So the dies are called natural prints, and you have a lovely combination of dies that actually cut out stamps and also standalone dies like this one here. This is a beautiful kind of wreath with leaves. Goodness me, put my teeth back in. And it also has the added interest that you've got some of the leaves that have got little slash marks in there to just give a little bit of extra texture there. So I've gone ahead and already stamped some of these designs onto a very delightful group of papers that go with that suite. I'm just going to quickly flash them up because you're going to be seeing these in the catalogue soon, and I don't want to kind of over labour it, but there's a lovely combination of more plainer shapes and very detailed papers. So what I did was I went ahead and actually stamped these designs onto, now see if I can find the one it is. It's this one here. So this is in the one of the browns, and I think it's Sahara sand, but I could be wrong. It will say it on the packaging. It's very kind of textured and grungy. And it also has a little bit of white script in there, very faintly. And so what I did was I actually stamped my leaves onto that paper so that you've got it a little bit faintly in the background there. Right, so let's make a card. So I'm going to actually be making two cards today. So I'm going to just set aside these little pieces that I need for later, and I think I want to keep that for later too. And I have gone ahead and cut well, no, I didn't cut it actually. All I did was score a piece of A4 cardstock in half because I'm going to be making a big card, and just scored it and folded it in half. So for you guys in the States, just go ahead and use your letter size cardstock. The ratio will be slightly different, but that's absolutely fine. And then just cut a matting layer to fit that. And I've chosen the browner design, so I'll just find a tombow that is full enough. Okay, so quickly I'm going to stick that down, and there you have it. Now I'm filming this on Friday afternoon and ready for Sunday, so I don't know why I'm telling you that. Just in case I sound a little bit hurried, I guess, because I'm off to a wedding. So by the time you see this, guys, I would have been to the wedding and had a jolly time. I'm still at a point where I'm really not sure what I'm going to wear. I purchased a skirt a few weeks ago in the hope that I was going to fit in it comfortably, but I have to be really honest with you and say I don't fit into it comfortably. So I've been looking at my wardrobe and just seeing what else is in there, and it's been such a long time since I've dressed up really to go anywhere that I'm just like I'm all of a bit of a panic about it. But anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going to be using this. I guess I could do maybe by popping a couple of pieces underneath. I don't know what, let me just cut this in half, and I may or may not use it. We'll see. Maybe see what it looks like and then go from there. Well, it makes a nice decorative corner. There we go. All right, we'll see. So my idea was to have that panel basically slap bang in the middle like so, and have my sentiment as the focal point, and then have these leaves coming away from the middle. Now I want to put a little bit of curve and texture into this, so I'm using the top of my tombow here. The lid is a perfect kind of roundness to help do that, and you can see how it's just so easy there to get a little bit of a curve into that. And I've got two of those, so I'm going to do that again, just add that little bit of extra curvature. There we go. And got this lovely fern here. Now one of these, I didn't cut it out so well. Yeah, that one. Not going to use that one. And then I did have a thought whether or not it would be nice to actually cut down the middle, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and just use it as is for now. Yeah, so the idea is that these are all going to kind of come from the middle. I'm wondering whether just to get on and stick it down, because otherwise I'm just going to be faffing around for ages. So let's just use this section here, because I'm undecided about what to do about those corners. So I know I definitely want to have that in the middle as my focal point. So I'm going to stick, oh, is that the wrong one? Yeah, go back to this one. Here we go. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue, like so. 1, 2, 3 points. And I deliberately left that just to flow, because it's nice to have a little bit of curl and curve there. So let me just do those two points there. Hold it down for a few seconds. Right, and then I'll pop one of those in there. And where's the other one gone? Here. Oh no, let's just check. It's always worth bringing back your focal point just to see where it would lie and how it would look with everything. So that there and there. Oh, I'll give this a bit of a curl. Oh no, not the stem. This bit. The stem needs to be glued. Right. Okay, this is where I'm just going to use my little pick tool just to help stick that down, because my fingers are not as tiny as this, so it's just helpful to use that end to help stick down rather than getting all gluey, because oh, you know, when you get gluey fingers it gets a bit tricky, doesn't it? Okay, so keep checking how that looks. Love it. And I did also die cut some of these pieces here. Oops, let me show you those in their glory. So these are leaves again from that die set, and I thought these would just make really lovely accents. Again, just another layer of texture, and just trying to see where they would show up the best. Oh, perhaps there. This one will show up underneath. Yes, okay, let's do that then. Right. So I still got a little bit of a frog in my throat left over from the, you know what, last week that I had. And still having to have the occasional just little bit of a rest in the afternoons. But getting there. Okay, so let's just bring back the larger piece and see how that looks. And I'm thinking that's probably a little bit too much, so I'm just going to take that away for now. See how that looks on there, looking pretty. And I'll see what this looks like as well with the blue. No, see, I think that's just enough. I know you're probably thinking, what? Ruth is stopping there? Yeah, I think maybe stick that one in. I think that's probably enough, really. Maybe there. That can go there. Oh, I'll slip that under there. Because the designs of these leaves are so pretty, so detailed, that I want them to each shine on their own. So, I mean, sometimes, you know, I'm more is more girl. I love adding and adding, but with this muted palette, I think it's balanced and nice just to have it as it is. Okay, so I want some dimensionals just to stick this down. I'm going to use these edge pieces that need using up to get this stuck on. These edge pieces are super handy for larger ones like this. And this sentiment is straight out of that same stamp set. It's really, really pretty. It's got like a combination of script style handwriting, sort of like it's quickly been written, and then really simple modern font there. Just wondering if that's a little bit ski whiff, but there's nothing really I can do about it right now. Okay, so that's the first card done. I'm going to move that over to one side for a second. Now this one I've slightly pre-planned. What I've done is cut this cardstock base to 10.5 centimetres by 14.5 centimetres. Now in inches that's probably approximately 4 inches by, oh, I'll just double check that for you, 5.5. And then I cut, this is a piece of soft seafoam, which I also used for this base as well. This is soft seafoam on here. And cut this a centimetre smaller, no, 2 centimetres smaller actually, so that I could get a centimetre border all the way around. And then cut a secondary piece that's 0.5 centimetre smaller than that layering panel there. And what I did was, using the papers that I'd already used for this one, I kind of like went through and squared off the papers so that I've got nice big chunks left, and thought I would just do a bit of a simple kind of mosaic effect on my base here. So let's just get started and add layer by layer, and I'm going right to the edge of this because I know that I'm going to be matting this again onto soft seafoam. So I'm going to go right to the edge, make sure that's really nice and straight, like so, and then get a different design and then just match that up and leave a tiny wee border between the two, like so. And I'm just going to look and see what other designs I've got here. Oh, this one here. This is just a straight piece, but that's okay. Oh, actually, I could just cut that in half. Let me do that because I think that would work really well to have a little bit of an angle on it. So it's just a strip which is about 1 inch wide. And I'm just going to do that corner to corner. And oops, add a bit of glue there. So this is such a fun technique to use with scraps of cardstock because you end up really beautifully showing off every single piece. So it's a handy little technique to use. And I'm just kind of mixing and matching them up there like that. Sorry if you heard the door open, that was my husband. And then he went, ooh, when he saw that I was filming. Bless him. Okay, right. I'll pop that one on there. It's very therapeutic because you know what you've got to do each time. You haven't got to overthink it too much. Oops. Right, what next? That one go in there? Yes, I think so. Put that there. And then I just need a final piece of this to pop there. And of course I'm just going to have to cut off the overhang in a second, but that's okay. I'm going to show you how to do that really easily. So there you have it. So grab a sharp pair of scissors, and I love using the Stampin' Up snips because they are super duper sharp and just the perfect size really for doing fussy cutting, but also doing sort of larger projects like this. And a tip with your scissors, my dad always used to say, open the scissors up as far as it will go. So as far as your scissors will open up, always try and open up as far as they will go so you get more cut with one movement of your hand. Because if you keep having to do little small movements, your hand is going to get tired. So there we go. So there you have it, my lovely panel. And the idea was to then pop one of these there just to have a contrast, and I think that works really, really well. So I'm just going to stick then this panel, which I said was slightly smaller than that one there. There you have it. And then this is going to go onto here. And I'm wondering if there's anything else that I need to do to this. I possibly could cut a little, stamp a little sentiment and then cut it out and put it on there. So I might do that still. This card is kind of going to be pretty flat compared to the first one, because this is a little bit more minimalistic, but lots of texture. So minimal sort of 3D-ness, as it were, but lots going on. Right, let's see. Hello there, you're on my mind. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave it. I can't quite think of, it's not going to work for me what I was thinking in my head. So I think I'm just going to add that there and just stick it on and be done with it. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're one of my regular viewers, thank you. This is a bit of a bonus to see me on a Sunday. I don't usually come on my channel on a Sunday, but if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe, because you've probably come here via the Stampin' Sunday blog hop organised by Sarah Levin. And if you fancy just having some gorgeous inspiration from the new catalogue that's coming up, please do click on the link in the description to my blog post, on which there'll be pictures of these 2 cards, and also detailed listings of what I used, and also the links to all the other hoppers from all the way around the world who will also be featuring brand new products from the new catalogue coming out in May. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Lots of love. Bye.